All right, we are going to be talking about keywords and niches and monetization ideas and traffic ideas all in one. I think this video is the most valuable, powerful video in the entire members area. Uh, my job and my talent here has always been creating business models, creating ideas, and speaking from experience, not theory, and I think you guys will get a lot out of this. I recommend to pause the video, rewind it if you miss anything, because there's going to be a lot of gold nuggets here for you. And remember, we are talking in a conjunction, and the big reason for this is because where do you start when it comes to finding valuable internet real estate using the expired domain control panel? What do you type into the search box? And let's get into it. Okay, so we did a little bit of these in the past couple videos. I talked a little bit about, hey, do a search for the marketing keyword, the SEO keyword, the personal injury keyword, and I gave a little bit of information there. I'm not going to beat a dead horse too much and go over these too much, but I did want to touch on them a little bit. When it comes to marketing, of course, these are very broad terms all the way down the list. And when it comes to marketing, marketing could be anything. It could be a lot of different things. There's a lot of different ways to market. There's a lot of different industries and dimensions to it. Like for instance, marketing in certain industries mean an entirely different thing than what we're used to thinking of in terms of internet marketing, right? So if you were to do a search for marketing with the expired domain control panel, this is what would happen. The minute you start to type in M-A-R-K, you're going to start getting stuff like this, onlineaffiliatemarketers.com, right? Which I might add is a freaking awesome domain. But you're also going to get like market, like goods market. We can see that, or landmark home security, right? Which sounds like something I've heard of before. That's like an actual company. But then you go into market, and then marketing, and now we've narrowed it down to personal web marketing, viral marketing mix, social media marketing help, internet marketing partnership, etc. And then look at all the different domains that are coming up for marketing. Okay, so you were to look at these, and then this is my best advice. All right, is not to spend too much time dilly-dallying and investigating and researching. A lot of it comes from just common sense. Looking at something and being like, oh my God, I can't even believe that is available, right? Like something that is just pops out at you. It's going to be good one way or another, right? Now, I'm not saying for you guys to buy a million domains. I don't buy a million domains. I'll look through 1,000 domains. I might pick one of them. Okay, so I am very, very skeptical, or what's a better word for that? Like very, very. I'm hard to get. Okay, I'm hard to sell. Okay, so you could be the same way. Don't purchase everything under the sun, because if you purchase too many domains, then you're just overworking yourself, and then you forget things, and you're just like unorganized, and things are half done and all of that. So I am a believer in putting your energy into one thing and thoroughly getting that thing done before moving to another, which is a great way to do things. Just make sure all T's are crossed and I's are dotted and all that. But that's a little bit of the philosophy behind it. That's what I do. Sure, I go to sometimes, if you're to do a search on Google, you can do a search for Wayback Machine. Which will show you the history. It's an internet archive, So it'll show you history of the domains, which is a cool tool. And there's also a ton of other searches that you could do, like history of domains, etc., to find out information on if that domain was a website before, and if it was getting traffic, etc. Right? But the main gist of it is when you're using the internet control panel, when you're using that expired domain control panel, to use common sense, and usually something will pop out at you, and you'll be like, "Oh my God, that's worth something," and you'll know right off the bat, you know. So don't get too stuck, but at the same time, don't be so hard to get that you miss an opportunity. Okay. Now the SEO term came into play when we were talking about that really awesome opportunity, that amazing affiliate program with RankPay.com. Okay. Now SEO is huge. It's a huge service. And again, it's very, very expensive. Like if you're going to purchase SEO services, or if you're going to purchase advertising for SEO services, it's usually very expensive. So you're going to save a lot of money if you can find a domain for $12 that has SEO traffic. It's very, very good advice I'm giving you guys. Okay. Next up, personal injury attorney. The reason why I put that there is because I learned this, I'd say about 5 years ago. I started teaching domaining, and a lot of my students were coming back to me telling me, "Dude, I just made $30,000 with a domain sale." And I said, "All right, tell me where you posted it, all this and that." I thought I knew all my stuff, right? I'd had over $1 million of domain sales and website sales on eBay and Flippa. I thought I was the man, right? Well, my students came back to me and said, "No, man, I didn't post it on Flippa. I didn't post it here. I didn't post it there." They told me that they were calling personal injury attorneys and they were selling them domain names for $20,000 a pop. And I'm not talking about domains that are really going to sell on a marketplace for $20,000. I'm talking about personalized domains that are worth much, much, much more to specific people. For instance, personal injury attorneys in certain areas of the United States, than they would on marketplaces. It was incredible. And so I really learned that from students that I was teaching domaining to. It made me a much better domainer myself and a much better teacher. So personal injury attorneys, they have a ton of money. If someone gets hurt on the job, and and those companies that they, for instance, an asbestos removal company or something like that, and the person gets mesothelioma, which is this cancer that comes from asbestos, that keyword, mesothelioma, I think is the most expensive keyword on the entire internet. Okay, so this is huge money. Those attorneys, they spend that much money on those keywords because they are awarded millions and millions of dollars from those insurance companies, from the companies that they are insured for millions of dollars. And when those attorneys win a case, sometimes the judgment is like $10 million or something like that. So they're incredibly rich, and they have a lot of money. They have a big budget for advertising. And so you can do some good business with them as an SEO consultant, or as a lot of other things